Okay, now then. I guess we'll continue the story and see what comes of that. Oh, hey, no X or triangle here. You really have to make an effort there. No more North America. Goodbye Canada, goodbye Mexico, and everything else in between. In the most literal geographical sense. Australia. Well, I complete in Team Fury vehicles only. Oh. Well, wait, I bought a pro vehicle, so... I like this content. It's point to point. Ooh, point to point. Awesome. Oh, we have... Okay, now we just have different... Okay. Just doing all the different continents now. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's a lot of stuff in each of these. Like, wow, actually, that really is a lot of stuff. Oh my god. It's slightly overwhelming, to be perfectly honest. So I could get myself to specifically one vehicle type for each of these. I can get myself to ATVs and heavy other stuff, for instance. I kind of blew a lot of money on some other stuff already, though. See, all it says is all subsequent championship rounds will use this vehicle type, which is true. But... yeah, so I don't get to... yeah, it's really weird. But do I get to choose what tires to use and whatnot? Okay, so do I get to... okay, so I don't get to choose my bike. Darn it, I just blew 50k on a bike, though. Guys! But I can at least upgrade it however I want, I suppose. But I spent a bunch of money on a thing that's not a... okay. Of course, give it the... wait, did I equip the stage 2 stuff I bought on my other bike? I probably did. I can buy the... yeah, so increase my stats a whole bunch here, of course. Let me double check again. So I had these two bikes. One emphasizes power more and is heavier. I can. So this one, I can have really high power and kind of buff up the cornering to compensate, or I can have really good cornering and also good power. So do I want to emphasize power or not? I think not, honestly. I think I honestly want to be balanced, and then I want to specialize in cornering a little bit. I don't mind doing that. Also, I can't even paint it. That's a good one. Okay, but yes. Make this thing a little stronger, just a little bit. And I'll save some cash right now to work on my truck as well. Okay, so yeah, we still got, like, these are nice high balance stats. I like these. No. I'm just this guy now. Okay. Okay. The time for customization is over. But yeah, I really don't like how they just sick that on you. Hey, you can spend exorbitant amounts of money on new vehicles, and also that will not help you at all afterwards. Why would you do that? Ugh. Honestly, kind of angers me there. I would have just spent my money on upgrades then, because these are actually applicable to the new races. Part of my motivation here for doing another ATV race instead of going back to truck or anything, because I like doing other stuff too, is because I have a nice tuned bike here that I can use, as compared to what's going to happen with the truck, where I have to buy a whole bunch of upgrades for it. Also, I don't even like this guy's new outfit. I don't think the stripes look very good, to be honest, but oh well. Good time. Or we still wipe out by having the the starting line close on you. Oh, here we go. Here's the big windy, big leap sorts of courses that you get from the races that aren't just Supercross. I like these a lot more. Oh boy. In the weeds. Don't hit that. Yeah, I feel like my stats ought to leave me pretty well off here. It is weird that I can't just get a better bike to improve on everyone else like you can prior to now, but I got a nicely tuned bike, so. And any of the improvements on this will be pretty marginal, won't they? I could do a little bit of tuning to get, like, I don't know, I don't know if I feel like a middle of the road gear ratio is probably better for this sort of race. You're not doing like really long straightaways, but you're also not doing, oh boy, constant turns everywhere. Oh, I'm amazed I managed to get back on the course. Oh, goodbye after that. How did you not wipe out? Just pulled a pit maneuver on you in the air, man. You landed totally sideways. Generally speaking, it's felt to me like landing is a lot more, like, staying on your bike is a lot more fragile in this game than its predecessor. Feels like if you just happen to touch something that's at the wrong angle, you fall off basically immediately. I've actually absolutely had cases of just happening to the ground at an angle that's a little bit too sideways, and I immediately fell. The most annoying thing, of course, was in Off-Road Fury 3, where power sliding could get your bike to move pretty much sideways completely along the ground, but then if you just hit a little bump and left the ground for just a second, then you landed back on the ground, the game suddenly goes, oh hey, you have landed sideways, that's not allowed, and then you will wipe out. You know, it doesn't really make any physical sense that would happen, since you were just sliding along sideways perfectly fine. There's nothing logically consistent about you landing, about you being sideways, moving sideways on your bike, just sliding. It's not like your bike tips over as you land or anything. If it tipped over afterwards, that'd be one thing. Yeah. Show. Okay. That was also a pretty hardy sort of landing I saw managed to survive. So Hudson here is a group movie. We're gonna pay it. You do have to admit. So now I can apparently only do each of these tournaments once. That is a good deal of pressure on me now. That does mean that like there's a finite amount of money I can get and everything. I don't know how this mode might interact with, say, like classic mode, where you can presumably also get money and upgrade your bike. I don't know if you can do both and just like get a lot of money beforehand or what. Classic mode, I would imagine you can actually redo stuff as much as you want. I don't really know. I figured this song would only play in the menu. Apparently not. I know enough for Fury 3 at least, there were tracks that only appear in the menu. There were songs that only appear in the menu, only outside the menu, and songs that appear in both. Yeah, now I feel kind of invested in actually like really making sure I stick things each race. There's actually a little bit of knowing I can't just redo a race as much as I want, apparently. There's a little bit of pressure to perform. Yeah, gotta kind of take the championship seriously, ask myself, am I actually ready for this? And so. Okay, we're handling this pretty okay so far. Not getting a very commanding lead, which does concern me slightly. But then again, I mean, it's like my Like, the opponent's AI could get better. It's like the opponent's stats are gotta get much better, right? I guess you could get more upgrades. But for the most part, it sounds like the stats should be fairly equalized for this part of the game, just because you don't really get to choose which bike to use. I mean, yeah, I could use the bike that prioritizes speed more over handling. I want to at some point. Might depend on the event type. For this course, I personally do feel like it's the right idea to use more of a balance of handling and speed, though, because I am constantly doing turns and whatnot, so like I'm just trying to outspeed anybody on straightaways. There aren't really any settings where I'm thinking to myself, okay, now I have to worry about the fact that this person might be just getting ahead of me just because we're on a straightaway and it's purely a game of stats. Which is a thing that would happen on, say, waypoint races, which they said there's a point-to-point race, which I think is going to be that waypoint race, which would be cool. But yeah, for that, you might actually want to have, like, low gear ratio, soft shocks, maybe a bike that prioritizes speed over handling, etc. Maybe, it's hard to say. This also affects the calculus for, say, reacting to doing really poorly in a race. You can ask, okay, do I need to just shoot? Like, it's a lot more important to restart a race if I'm having temporary issues. I can't just say, well, not that big a deal, I'll just restart just do a tournament again later if I really have to. Oh, game, I did not go off the course there, chill out. The briefest moment, if anything. There was a moment there where the UI element was on screen for longer than felt appropriate. I was definitely back on the course and the game still said. See, like, something like this, I might have to say, okay, I might have to redo this race now, because I don't know if I can afford to say, well, oh well. I don't think I can say, whoops, doesn't, I can just take second, because, like, I need to do as well as I can in each race now, and I'm 100% capable of getting... Guys, I'm 100% capable of getting a first place on this. I just need to not, you know, on literally the last lap, as tends to happen, wipe out a place I never wiped out anywhere else before. It's always the last one, too, my god. Ow. Yeah, it feels like people running into each other specifically. I don't know if you even can wipe each other out anymore than you used to. If they can, it's very difficult. I'm noticing that I'm not seeing the whole, like, well, no, I'd say I'm not seeing the whole different colors when I run into people thing, but that only happens with rivals, and you don't have a rival your first race, I don't think. But yeah, I hate to just redo this whole race now after having spent the whole darn episode on it, but like, I can't just... If I could have gotten a better position, trivially, I can't just accept getting a worse one now, just because of how this works. I guess what's at stake. Probably is. I don't know if it's better to go right there. There was another time where I just couldn't turn for a second. That was weird. It looked like I just ran straight into that sign that I hit. Like I just wasn't turning. I was holding the turn. I was holding right or left, whatever direction was applicable. See, here I need to not mess up. That's where I need to learn how to address whatever is going on there. It doesn't really matter how I'm doing on earlier laps, because I can get ahead, I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry. I just started looking at the map and nothing else for a second there. I don't know why I did that. I got confused by someone was really, really far away from everyone else. I was trying to figure out, are they ahead or behind or what? Let's see how my time done. I just was not even looking where I was going. But yeah, and I get less money to buy all the stuff I need and so on if I do poorly. So just don't know what general consequences there are to winning tournaments or not. So yeah, apparently it seems like if I'm touching anyone, I just lose the ability to turn entirely. Like I was trying to turn left there, but I just got kind of stuck on them. I don't know why it functions that way. It's a really strange, annoying behavior. 10. I'm starting the race when this episode should be over already. Oh boy. Okay, I can't take the turn like that because then I end up leaving the ground. And I land sideways. Yeah, I also don't like taking that there. I feel like taking the turn makes more sense. Now I'm just learning the race that I was already doing perfectly fine at. It's kind of annoying. I didn't have to learn it before. Now here, just don't be on the left, basically. I guess if I have to learn this course now to actually get through it without a stupid wipeout, I was able to do perfectly fine before, then I guess it's just what I have to do. I was trying to preload that. The guy at first is way ahead. It's gonna take a while to catch up to him actually after how much I messed up on him. No! Yeah, I just can't turn anymore, so I'm just not even going the right direction on that turn. If I'm touching someone on it, that's really annoying. This guy's got like a 10-second lead, my god. It's shrinking, but still. I guess last time I got ahead to start with, so there was no problem. Like, I can't have this kind of problem on the first race of the tournament. Like, the later ones are usually the more difficult ones. So if I'm having this kind of problem now, like, the later races have to be the ones where I'm allowed to not get first for the sake of being able to, you know, absorb a little of the hit to my score from other people beating me. What is going on? Why is it lagging like crazy now? I was not doing this before. I'm catching up to the guy at least. Yeah, see, just fine. Now just don't do anything silly like I managed to do the very last lap of last time. Jeez, guys. So why are you on me so aggressively on this course? That wasn't the case before. I didn't have the hugest lead. There was one guy just right behind me, but only right behind me. Before. That is probably an unnecessary preload, but it's not that problem, I don't think. Man. that jump there does bug me a bit, but I think usually hit on okay. Yeah. Can't decide whether to reload there or not. Okay, 2 more or less. Oh boy. Why it's lagging so much all of a sudden. It was not this bad before, I feel like, but... Yeah, I have a hard time on this part, that one jump. If I do well enough on everything else, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm trying to put a bit more thought now into whether I preload on each thing, too. Which may hurt more than it helps, I'm not sure. It still throws me off when the camera does that, when it doesn't follow me turning. It's very abrupt that how it decides to just not turn with the ATV sometimes. When you turn on a very tight, you turn really tightly like that. I don't know if it did that really. I guess they just don't like the camera jerking around too much, but it does kind of emphasize how you're doing kind of a donut kind of turn. See how the characters turn like that, but it's really disorienting how the camera suddenly not follow you. Unfortunately, this guy is like right on me now. I'm starting to lap off worse than I was on the previous one. It's not good right here because this is the part where I seem to fall behind a bit. That's not one of my bad takes on that turn at least. That was perfectly fine, I feel like. Okay, not messing this one up. Not as much. Someone like that in the background. Like, don't lose your traction like that. Come on, you got speed. Just land on the outside. You can do it. No, you can't. Is this gonna be the exact same thing? For the love of God. The exact same thing happened as last time. I fall in the exact same spot. Ugh! Well, I don't have time to do more of this. Exact same thing both times. Exact same thing. Wipe out on the same thing the same way, more or less. Both attempts. Ugh. Yeah, I'm in Australia. It is still strange to only have one shot at these, but okay. Well, anyways, next time we'll do something there. I don't even know what at this point. Okay, see you then.